Hello there, it's Darren Chaplin, the mental health lead from Cornwall Rural Community Charity. I'm making a short film today as part of a series of films that we've been making, hoping to support the communities through the lockdown. What I wanted to talk about today was creative responses and how creativity can help us at this time. This is something that's quite close to my heart. I spend a lot of my time, my spare time outside of work, being quite creative. I draw a lot, I paint a lot, I enjoy acting in my local players group. I also make props for that sometimes. So yeah, lots of creativity going on in my spare time, and I find it's a great way to occupy my mind and stop me dwelling on things and help me process my thoughts and in by using my energy in different ways. Creativity can be a way of focusing the mind, so you're very focused on the activity that you're doing. In being creative, whether it's a craft, whether it's visual arts, whether it's performance arts, or whatever it is, dance, song, or whatever. It's a way of focusing the mind on something other than dwelling on the thoughts that we may be dwelling on at this time. What I would say is, if you don't see yourself as a particularly creative or artistic person, it doesn't matter. The actual act of being creative, and there's such a thing as mindful drawing, where you're focusing on the actual mark making rather than the actual finished article. So I'm not saying that you should all try and be a high standard of art, produce something that looks even like what you're hoping that it will look like, but the actual physical act of creating marks on a page, using paint, using pens, using pencils, whatever you decide to use, can be an activity which can help to focus the mind in a mindful manner, and bring you to the here and now of what is happening at that precise moment that you're being creative. Creativity, like I said, can take many forms. You've got drawing, painting, creative writing, poetry, journaling, cross stitch, dancing, singing. The list is massive, and I won't try and list every creative practice that you could be trying and focusing your mind on at this time. Colouring in and other repetitive tasks can be useful for distracting the mind. The actual physical process of colouring in with a pencil, the scratching of the pencil on the page, can itself be quite therapeutic. And I've noticed over recent years that colouring in books have become much more aimed at an adult market rather than a child market, because of its effect on focusing the mind and allowing you to be reflective and relaxed. And it can distract the mind and submerge us into a different state of mind, so that we're not dwelling on those thoughts and negative thoughts that may be creeping in at this point in our life, with the lockdown and the change in our social norms. Being creative, I feel, can be a great outlet at this time. Let me know your thoughts, and let me know what creative things you're getting up to during the lockdown if you are. It's not something that's for everybody, but I would definitely recommend it, even if you're not, if you don't see yourself as being a particularly creative person. That's all I've got to say in this video. Thank you for listening. I hope these videos are being helpful to some people. Enjoy yourself, be creative, and don't forget to wash your hands.